At 65, I've learned a lot about life. Sometimes I sit back in my chair, the world around me so quiet, and I realize just how much time has passed. I've lived through so much, made countless choices, and experienced moments that left lasting marks on my heart. When I was younger, I never fully understood how deeply the decisions we make ripple through the years. I had no idea how much they could shape who I would become. I've made big mistakes. I've also learned things I wish I had known sooner. And now, I want to share these thoughts with you. I remember a time many years ago when an opportunity knocked. I had a chance to take a job in a faraway city. It would have been a challenge, but I had the skills. I could have grown, but I hesitated. I thought, what if I fail? What if I can't handle it? In the end, I stayed in my comfort zone, in a life that felt secure. Now, as I look back, I wonder what might have happened had I taken that leap. Would it have changed everything? Or would it have been just another step on a different path? Sometimes I think of how easy it was to let fear take over, fear of failure, fear of change. I didn't realize then that the greatest regret would be inaction. Now, I can't help but wonder, what did I miss by not taking those chances? If I could give you one piece of advice, it would be this. Don't let fear stop you from taking the risks that could lead to growth. Ask yourself, what risks have you avoided out of fear? And are you really any safer for it? There was a time when I was so focused on work, so caught up in getting ahead, making a living, that I didn't realize how much time I was missing with my children. I can still see their little faces, waiting for me to play with them or read them a bedtime story. But I was busy, always thinking there'd be time later. Later came too slowly. And now, I wish I could go back and make those moments count. Now, with my children grown and with grandchildren of my own, I realize that family is the most precious thing we have. You can't replace those moments, and you can't rewind time. If there's one regret I hold dear, it's that I didn't make more time for the people who mattered most. So, ask yourself, how often do you put things aside that could wait, just to be with those you love? Anger has a way of holding us hostage. It ties us to the past, making it harder to move forward. As I've gotten older, I've learned that forgiving isn't for the person who wronged you. It's for yourself. It frees you. It heals you. I wish I had learned that sooner. I remember an argument, a terrible disagreement with my brother years ago. It wasn't even about anything that mattered in the long run, but I couldn't let it go. For years, I held on to that anger, letting it fester inside of me. I didn't realize then that every day I spent angry was a day I wasn't living. My brother passed away before we ever reconciled, and I've carried that weight ever since. There was a time not too long ago when I'd eat whatever I wanted and never thought twice about it. I worked long hours, neglected exercise, and convinced myself that health problems were for other people. And then came the day when my doctor said, "You're not as young as you think." It was a wake-up call. I realized how foolish I'd been not to take care of my body. Now, I find myself wishing I'd made healthier choices years ago. But here's the thing. Health isn't just about what you do when you're older. It's about the foundation you lay when you're younger. I can't change the past, but I've learned to appreciate the importance of looking after myself. So I ask you, how well are you taking care of your body? Are you giving it the respect it deserves? There were times, especially with my parents, when I didn't say, I love you enough. I thought there would always be time, you know. But one day they were gone and I never got the chance to say those words one more time. Now, I make sure to say it as often as I can. Love shouldn't be something we keep inside, waiting for the perfect moment. The truth is, there may never be a perfect moment. If I've learned anything, it's this. If you love someone, don't wait. Say it. Say it as often as you can. So I ask you, when was the last time you said, I love you, to someone who matters to you? So looking back on everything I've shared with you today, I can see now that life is precious. If I could do it all over again, I would have been more present, more loving, more patient with myself. But all I can do now is pass along what I've learned and hope that it helps you in some small way. Take care of your health, spend time with the people who matter, and don't wait to say, I love you. Time is something we can never get back. Cherish it. Thank you for listening. If any of these thoughts have resonated with you, I'd love to hear your reflections.